Monkey Prince, issue 3, Jin Yun Lang writing with Bernard Chang on the art. Matt, you read this. On you go.
Yeah. So this is just continuing Marcus's journey into being the Monkey Prince, and it starts with him training with Pigsy, and Pigsy telling him that the crown that he wears, it gets tighter the less that he focuses. So it's like this training that he can't focus on it feeling tighter and still, do what he needs to do, like control the clouds and, access all the Monkey Prince abilities. And he keeps, he fakes out Pigsy by letting the cloud unform and him dropping before he finishes the training, which was to snatch that red envelope that was introduced at the end of the last issue, which ends up being a mask. So as they're training, Pigsy lets out this, as he's falling, like, oh, finding one of the sons of the Monkey King was hard enough. Where am I going to find another? Which Marcus hears. And is like, wait, what's this about other kids? He goes, oh, don't worry about it. And then Marcus's parents are come across that, demified penguin from the Gold Horned King or the Gold Horned Demon. And we find out through the mythos that Monkey King's two biggest enemies were a Golden Horn Demon and a Silver Horn Demon, and the Golden Horn has manifested on this realm to make problems for Marcus. They try to take him out with their device that they had, and they think that it does until Penguin gets back up. And instead of, he sees that their key is very strong and intertwined. It would make a very good meal, except that he wants to use them for bait for Batman. As Marcus comes back from training, he sees the girl he has the crush on, Kaya, and we find out that the bully's her brother, and that she wants Monkey Prince to find him. And he, this is where I would guess it gets the most like the Monkey King, in that suddenly Marcus goes from being this kind of unsure, kind of nerdy guy to he's got swagger while talking to this girl and says like, hey, if I find your brother, does that make you more interested in me? And she's like, well, I guess kinda, you're some weird monkey god, I guess. So he ends up finding the brother, and Damian has him strung up on the football field upside down, Batman style, tweeting for information about this monkey character, which he claims not to know, which he doesn't. So Monkey Prince comes up and him and Damian fight, and he ends up losing his hand, which Damian's like, my staff doesn't even have any blades. Why does this happen? Fighting you is gross. And they end up sparring back and forth. And the hand, Monkey Prince ends up saving the bully. And as the hand fights Damian, to which makes the bully puke. Well, Marcus is up on that. Pigsy is hunting down these demons that Marcus is supposed to, but his training's still not complete. And he ends up finding them as a hot dog vendor and the hot dog cart. And he mentions like, oh, you guys aren't even good at disguising yourselves. People can clearly tell you're demons. And he ends up fighting them, and that's how you find about the Gold Horn Demon. And you find out that Pigsy has some history with the demons, that there's an editor's note to check out the Journey to the West, that this is, fully in that lore, which I thought was pretty cool, but also I don't need an editor's note to go read a, 100-page plus book, so I hope Yang clarifies that a little bit more, that maybe Monkey King is the reason Pigsy now is on the side of good and not bad, is what I'm guessing. But he ends up making them take their demon form, and he fights them, ends up freezing them and shattering them. Monkey Prince ends up saving the brother, taking it back to the sister, where he gets a kiss, and as he gets, receives the kiss from the girl, he transforms back into Marcus real quick, which then leads to Pigsy coming up and saying, we have to go. your parents are in danger, and Penguin making a ransom video, saying like, Batman needs to show up, and save these people. So far it's pretty good. This was issue 3, but this was part 3 of 4. So I don't remember how long this was supposed to be, but it definitely feels like we're heading into an ending chapter of an origin story. I hope they have more, because I do like Yang taking on this kind of stuff. It definitely feels.
It was definitely more than 4. There was at least 6.
No, I know that.
I
Pretty sure it was 6 issue, yeah.
Yeah, but that'd be so weird to do, 3 of 4, right? And then have the final 2 issues be standalone, or I'm not sure. But no, it's Yang. It definitely feels more akin to his new Superman stuff. That he's just definitely having a lot of fun with this whole concept. And it still reminds me of Shazam, with the way that he's learning how to use these new powers while also trying to balance being, this teenage boy. And yeah, the characters are kind of settled in, and Pigsy trying to teach these lessons through discipline, which Marcus brings up. He goes, the tighter this crown thing or this band gets on me, the more akin to torture it is. Torture is not discipline. You know this, right? And Paisley's kind of like, yeah, more or less it's the same. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, the art is still, the standout. It's very, the action sequences are well done. Like when Damien shows up and there's that fight scene, you can follow it really clear. And yeah, it's kinetic without being too kinetic. So, but yeah, no, it's a whole fun read. I definitely encourage people to be checking it out. But if you want to wait till the trade or whatever comes out, it's fully understandable. But yeah, no, Monkey Prince number 3, I'm gonna give a 8.